Hi, how are you? Today, thank you for watching. You're watching Chef Colette. That's me. Yes, we're going to be cooking creamy Tuscan shrimp and pasta. It's a very delicious dish. Really quick. It sounds complicated, but it's really basic. All right, so we're just gonna get started. I've already prepped everything so that this can be a quick video. Okay. The ingredients you're gonna need is butter, sun-dried tomatoes, basil, heavy cream, wine, white wine, of course. Also, you're gonna need some chicken stock, salt and pepper, some shallots, and some garlic. Now, I'm also adding spinach to this, just for a pop of color. Plus, I love spinach, so it's really a basic dish. It sounds complex, but it's a really basic dish. Really easy to put together and delicious. Now, I'm gonna show you my version of this dish. And of course, you can substitute, you can rearrange the dish however you choose, put your spin on it, because that's what it's all about, making it good to you. So, let's get into it. I love my copper pans. I love these pans. So I put my seasoning on my shrimp. We're gonna add our shallots in there. Okay. So, like I said, you just want to put the shallots in. We got our shallot, and we're just gonna let those kind of saute a bit. You actually want them to get translucent. You really don't want them to get brown. Okay, we're not wanting them brown. We just want them to cook a little bit. And we're gonna add our garlic. Okay. All right. So you want to add your garlic, and again, you just want to saute that really good. Okay, so now we have our shallot, our butter, our shallots, and our garlic. So let that cook for about 3 to 4 minutes. So once you know that your pan's nice and hot, like just before, like one part of the skillet will start browning, you want to go ahead and put your shrimp in. And they're already seasoned with the Tony seasoning. You can season with whatever you like. You want to get a different bowl, a clean bowl to put your shrimp in once they're cooked, because you don't want to put the cooked shrimp back into your raw shrimp bowl. Now, what I noticed is a lot of people do that, you know, and they think there's nothing wrong with it. But I find that it messes with your brain function when you do certain things. Like, you don't notice food poisoning right away. You know, when food takes a toll on you because you've been eating it wrong or something, you don't really notice it right away. It's not really an effect. Sometimes it is. If you're like if it's some bacteria in the food, yeah, of course you're gonna like no, because you're gonna be throwing up. I'm all out the pot. Sorry, y'all, and stuff. But if you like, it'll just start making you like think slower. You know, it does stuff like that. Like you're not sharp as you normally would be. You know, that's the kind of stuff that it does when you eat like something raw that you wasn't supposed to eat raw, or you eat some old food or something. Like sometimes it don't take effect on you right away. It might not take you out of here or nothing, but it will affect you in the long run. Okay, so now these shrimp are pretty much done. They don't have to be all the way done, but I was just trying to get some of the you know, some of the juice cooked out of them, because they tend to give off a little bit of juice, and we want our sauce to be nice and creamy. So now I'm going to take my clean bowl, and I'm going to go ahead and put these shrimp in my clean bowl. And they're not all the way cooked. They're like almost there, but not quite. And that's what you want, because you don't want to overcook the shrimp, you know. So we'll take our shrimp out. We did our shrimp. Okay, so now you're going to take your pan, and remember that wine that you have? Oh, no. That beautiful Sauvignon Blanc. You're going to deglaze the pan with that. There you go. All right, so let that cook down. Again, those little dark bits, I mean, I like flavor, so I don't mind, but some people might feel like, oh no. But it actually, the charness of some things give some things a nice flavor. So it's not like burnt, it's not scorched or anything. Um, okay, so you want this to cook out the alcohol. Go ahead and let it reduce. And you'll know it's cooked out because you don't smell the alcohol in the steam, okay? I said to use, I think, a half a cup, a fourth of a cup of cream or something. I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and add about a half a cup of cream, okay? Just because you want to make sure that your sauce is the right consistency. So we're going to do a half a cup instead of a fourth of a cup. And let me get this all cleaned up. And so you just added your cream. Now that your alcohol has cooked all the way down, you've added your cream. So you want to let that reduce just a little bit. Okay, it's going to cook down. It's going to thicken just a little bit. Not much, but it'll thicken up a little bit more. So just let that thicken. See how it's coating the back of the spoon? That's like perfect. Yes, beautiful. Okay, so, okay, now that your cream is thickening up, pour a little bit of your stock in there, just a little bit. Not a whole lot. And you'll let that reduce down again. After you pour a little bit of the chicken stock in there. Now I say use a fourth of a cup of chicken stock because you don't know like exactly how your sauce is going to react. So the chicken stock is more for flavor. And it's also to stretch the sauce. Like if you need it, you think you need more sauce. But it won't be creamy if you put too much of the stock in there. So you want to just put a little bit. And it's just for flavor. So, and you can see it's starting to thicken right back up. Okay? And you don't want it too tight. But then you don't want it like too thick. Well, it won't thicken too much more. Okay? So once you got that all done, then you can start to add the rest of your ingredients. Now we're going to add our tomatoes. Those are the sun-dried smoky tomatoes. We'll put our shrimp back in. Okay? And then last but not least, you can add your pasta, your basil, and your spinach. And voila. You can add your pasta. Okay, so after this, we're going to put the pasta and the spinach and the basil. And that's going to finish this dish. Okay, so now we've added our spinach and our cooked pasta. And we also had basil that I had chopped up. I showed you earlier. We added the basil at this point as well. So you want to add those things last. The pasta, the spinach, and the basil. Just because the spinach, of course, you know, takes no time to cook. But then also, because you're just rewarming the noodles. So you don't really need any harsh cook time. And you don't want to lose your sauce. You don't want your sauce to break down. So doesn't that look good? Nice and creamy. Yummy, yummy. All right. And it's not supposed to be like a cheese sauce. So don't think thick like macaroni and cheese, because that's not what it's supposed to be. It's just a very light, creamy sauce. And that's what it's supposed to be. So what I like to do at this point is you could put a lid or you can just keep tossing. That would be your preference. I'm gonna sneak this lid over here. So we'll leave that for a second, okay? So about 2 to 3 minutes. That's about all you need. And that dish is done. Okay. Well, you're gonna take the top off and just check it. And as you can see, starting to bubble up again. And again, you don't want that spinach all like dark green, you know what I mean? Like if you put it in too soon, it will definitely overcook. And it'll be a real ugly color, like a olive green. And that's not what we're going for. So, you know, spinach only takes a second, so it literally can cook with the residual heat that's in the pan, honestly. All right, and so you can turn your heat off at this point. And let's plate it up so we can see what it looks like on a plate. This looks really good. I just want to taste one. Oh, I love bow tie. Oh, that's so good. That's really good because the smokiness from the tomatoes. Oh my God. The smokiness from the tomatoes is amazing. Okay. So,